So I'm thinking how I spent many years training in Taekwondo, and I developed lots of skill, lots of experience in the art. And I'm thinking something now. I'm looking at some of the other martial arts being performed, mainly Japanese ones, I think. I see how the the nature of the techniques are more complex. They're more involved. Um, they're more subtle sometimes, and I think the complexity of it means that it can be applied more accurately, as a way of putting it, I suppose. I think the one issue that I'm seeing with Taekwondo is that it is quite simple. It's simple in its execution of techniques, and I think this simplicity makes it more straightforward to learn, and you can achieve significant skill in striking quite quickly. I think, however, that in my opinion, I don't know for sure, it does appear as if the arts which are more complex, like Aikido, Jiu Jitsu, whatever, I think it's more advantageous to do an art like that, like one of those, because I do think it neutralizes what Taekwondo can do with its striking. So basically, when I consider going up against one of these other arts, like Aikido or whatever, I feel vulnerable. I feel like the Aikido practitioner, let's say, could take control of my balance and make it very difficult for me to deliver striking techniques. It's as if I feel overwhelmed by the complexity of the art, and I feel that the simplicity of Taekwondo will fail against that kind of complexity. I feel that the Japanese arts gain more control over the opponent. So if I was going up against that Japanese guy, for example, I would feel that irrespective of my speed and my balance, it's difficult, I would say, to gain an advantage over an Aikido guy because how they would attempt to be closer and take away my balance. So I feel that Taekwondo is basically a very simple martial art, which has one advantage in being able to develop fast techniques, powerful techniques, and you can do multiple kicks and punches. So there is some element of speed which is very important. But I think on balance, when I look at the control that an Aikido guy, for example, can achieve over an opponent, I feel that it has advantages because Taekwondo seems to have a limited time to make the techniques work. And if the techniques don't work initially, then all the advantage goes to the Aikido guy, let's say. It's like Taekwondo has to score victory very quickly because if the battle goes on for longer, then the Aikido guy will have more advantage. I feel that Taekwondo is a guy's time limited, and I feel that it'd be hard for him to maintain balance, and all the advantage would be with the Aikido guy, for example. And I feel that the Aikido guy could neutralize my techniques quite effectively with the range that he could control, i.e. getting much closer and taking away my balance. Taekwondo, I think, relies more on range, and it relies more on a striking situation. I don't think it handles grappling techniques particularly well. So, as I said, I'm a senior black belt in Taekwondo. I've had many years of training, so I know what I'm talking about. In my opinion, I don't think the Taekwondo guy could achieve as much control as necessary over an Aikido guy, let's say. I think basically it would be too risky to try and face up to an Aikido guy, because I, as a Taekwondo guy, would have to score victory very quickly indeed in order to achieve victory. Whereas I think the Aikido guy has more time and has the advantage because he's controlled range, and provided he could take a bit of punishment, then I think the Aikido guy would win the majority of the time. So I think there's a limitation in Taekwondo in handling good grappling opponents. So I do see it as a weakness in the Taekwondo regime.